The night was unusually silent, the kind of silence that makes your heartbeat sound louder than the ticking of the old clock hanging crooked above the doorway. Noah Carter had just put his 8-year-old daughter, Lily, to sleep after a long day of double shifts, missed meals, and an ache in his bones that felt older than he was. He thought the night was finally done, that exhaustion would finally win, until a sudden, urgent knock shattered the silence like broken glass. It wasn't the knock of a neighbor. It wasn't the knock of a stranger. It was the knock of someone who knew exactly what they wanted. And when Noah opened the door, half asleep and entirely unprepared, he froze. Standing on his dimly lit porch, in the early hours of midnight, was his boss, Olivia Hart, a woman known for her flawless discipline, her cold confidence, and her distance from everyone who worked beneath her. But tonight, she didn't look cold. She didn't look distant. She looked like someone whose heart was racing as fast as his. Her hair was messy from the wind, her eyes glassy like she had been fighting back emotions for too long, and her breath caught the second their eyes met. Noah didn't know it yet, but this night would change everything. Not just his job, not just his future, but the meaning of family, love, trust, and courage. If you believe in kindness, second chances, and unexpected miracles, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell us in the comments where you're watching from. Noah stepped back, confused and tired, motioning her inside. His small living room, with its old couch, flickering lamp, and scattered crayons from Lily's drawings, suddenly felt too intimate, too revealing. He didn't know what a billionaire CEO like Olivia would think of a home like his. He braced himself for judgment, embarrassment, or criticism, anything he had learned to expect from the world. But Olivia wasn't looking at his furniture. She was looking at him, like she was searching his face for something she had lost long ago. She told him she had been driving for hours, unable to sleep, unable to silence a voice inside her urging her to come see him. Noah, stunned, tried to hide how overwhelmed he felt, because this was his boss, someone far above him in every way life could measure. A powerful woman, with everything he didn't have: money, luxury, security, freedom. Yet she was standing in his worn-out home at midnight, her hands trembling slightly as she told him she needed to talk. And when Noah finally whispered, "Why are you here?" her breath caught, and she whispered something that made the light above them flicker as if the house itself knew this moment mattered. She said she needed someone who saw her as a human being, not a company, not a title, not a walking responsibility. She said she was tired, lonely, exhausted, and for reasons she couldn't explain, she found comfort in Noah's quiet strength, in his patience, in the way he lived a life she had almost forgotten existed, simple, real, human. But Noah, unsure of his worth, whispered that he wasn't the right person, that he was just a single dad trying to survive, that she deserved someone better than a man whose bank account was always on the edge of empty. He tried to explain that someone like her shouldn't be losing sleep over someone like him. His voice was low, almost apologetic. And that was when Olivia stepped closer, her eyes shining with a softness he had never seen in her. She whispered, "Say that again, but look at me." Noah lifted his eyes, and she held his gaze like she was holding a fragile truth. "Do you really believe you're not enough?" she asked. "Because everything about you, everything you've done for your daughter, everything you survived, makes you more than enough." Her words broke something inside him. A wall he had built for years. A belief that he didn't deserve anything good. He stood there silent, breathing hard, feeling seen for the first time in years. Olivia moved closer, gently brushing her fingers over the tired scrapes on his knuckles, the scars of a man who had worked through pain, hunger, storms, and long nights just to keep his daughter safe. She whispered that she admired him, that she wished she had half his courage. Noah didn't know how to respond, because he had never been admired for surviving, only pitied or ignored. But Olivia didn't pity him. She respected him, and respect from someone like her meant more than he could ever admit. Lily woke up gently from the sound of whispers and padded into the living room, rubbing her sleepy eyes. When she saw Olivia, her face lit up instantly. Olivia had always been kind to her, slipping her small gifts, asking about school, treating her like someone important. Lily climbed into her father's lap, and Olivia's expression softened even further as she watched them together. She told Noah that watching him father his daughter was what changed everything for her. His devotion, his gentleness, his sacrifices, his love. She said she couldn't stop thinking about it. As the clock ticked past midnight into early dawn, the three of them sat quietly, wrapped in an emotion none of them knew how to name yet. Not love, not yet. Not romance, not yet. But something growing, something healing, something that would shape their futures. Olivia admitted she feared the world's judgment. People would question her motives, the power difference, the age gap, the status gap. But Noah, with his steady calm, told her one truth he had learned from years of hardship: people always judge what they don't understand. But they rarely understand the heart. The night grew deeper. Olivia confessed she wasn't there for answers. She wasn't there for decisions. She was there because she didn't want to lose the one place she had started to feel something real. Noah held Lily close, overwhelmed by how fast life can shift. How one knock can change everything. How one moment can bring light into a life that had known only struggle. As dawn broke, pale colors spilling through the window like a promise, Olivia stood to leave. Before she stepped out, she whispered that she wanted to come back, not as his boss, not as a CEO, not as a woman with a world full of expectations tying her down, but as someone who wanted to stand beside him in the simplest, most human way. As she reached the door, she paused, turned, and looked at him the way someone looks at something precious, and whispered, "Just, don't push me away." Not again. Noah didn't speak. He simply nodded, and the look in his eyes told her she was not alone anymore. If this story has touched your heart even a little, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your engagement helps us bring more emotional stories to life. Before the end, a special request. Comment below what moment in the story moved you the most. Your words matter.